Hi, Caspar, on the 17th of January 2023. Look, I've got a Southern Rhône wine here, and I have been working my way through a case of this, and actually I had a bottle a while ago, gosh, maybe even a year ago, and I thought seemed like it was past its best, just getting a bit long in the tooth. And for that reason, I've left the rest of the bottles. I think I've probably got 3 or 4 more. And just thought tonight I would dig one out and better have a look. And I tried it on opening. I've decanted it. Tried it on opening and was really blown away. So let's have a look. And this is, I've got to say, a 100-point wine from one of the critics. I can't remember which one. Pretty senior stuff, potentially. A 2007 Châteauneuf-du-Pape Grenache de Pierre from Domaine, Giraud. And I like Domaine Giraud. I like their wines. I like the people. Very deep in colour. It is, yeah, it's opaque. It's got a narrow band at the rim with clear signs of aging. It's really sort of paling to brick near the edge. But let's see what it smells like. There's a creaminess about the nose, a distinct spice as you'd expect, and a typical Grenache sort of cake mix quality to it, a sort of exotic spiciness, a bit of sandalwood. There was quite a smell of lavender when I first opened it, and that's sort of run away, leaving this sort of tomato, red plum cream, hint of offal, you know, cooked liver, but spice, and there's a snap, a piquancy to go with that creaminess, which makes for an interesting sort of balance of aromas. Dried herb as well. It's decently complex, but it's got a sort of broad creaminess to it. Got a hint of cold tea maturity about it. Goes in the mouth, this cool, quite broad sweep of rather lovely fruit, and very quickly it gathers its mineral, quite piquant structure about it. The tannins are pretty much invisible. There's a hint of mushroom about it. And licorice. It's got a distinct earthy sort of downward looking character, a smidgen of smoke. Not a massive wine in the mouth by any stretch of the imagination. It goes on and on. It's just a wine of fabulous texture. It's got that sort of creamy, almost slightly gummy Grenache fruit to it that by the finish has sort of become much more streamlined, much more focused. Delicious dark plum fruit and lovely fresh grip. It's got a really nice defined sort of freshness on the palate, and it all draws together towards the finish to become something much more determined, much more, as I say, focused. This is 15% alcohol, and you know, Grenache has this ability to wear these high levels of alcohol without seeming overly sort of overly big, overly assertive, overly hot. And this doesn't come across as hot at all, really. It comes across as a really fine thing. A little bit of brick dust, that sort of hot sand, or dry sand actually, because I say there's no real heat about this wine. And finally there's something a little bit floral. It's a fascinating wine. It's a delight. I mean, it's a Southern Rhône wine, so it is. It's not a shrinking violet, but it's by no means a sort of hairy palmed monster. Just a lot going on there. It's, lots of texture, nice freshness, lots of interesting, complex, tertiary characters going on, things going on in there. It's it leaves the mouth clean, a little bit of tannin, but really not a lot. But that tannin just scrubs away at the finish. It's a really nice thing. Yeah, so there we are. Been 2007 Châteauneuf-du-Pape Grenache de Pierre from Domaine Giraud, who are just in the south of Châteauneuf town, and I think from memory this comes from sandy soil up the north, so near Rhône. So Grenache and sand just seem to work very well together, and if this is evidence, then that's absolutely true, because it's a lovely thing. And I must have had a slightly dull bottle before, but this is absolutely sailing along. It's quite delicious. Loving it. Delicious.